Guys, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
You know, one of the small details I love about Superman is the impact that he has on kids. Like, we all love Superman, but there's something about seeing a kid reacting to Superman that just kind of reminds you of why we love this character. So I would love to just start out by asking, what do you think this kid would have said to Superman?
Guys, what do you think? Oh, it's a picture of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should know. I have that photo at home on my wall.
Framed next to your bed.
Yeah. What would that kid say to Superman?
Yeah.
Well, that one's for you.
What would a young...
No, yeah, it was. What would that kid say to Superman? To me?
What are you doing in my house?
Exactly. That's exactly right. I was a very cautious and fastidious child, and I would have been suspicious of a strange man in trunks in my house.
The trunks making all the difference in the world, though.
Well, the trunks actually help, I think, because then you're kind of like, all right, well, you know, you're obviously like a little
mentally unhealthy.
I do want to.
Are we saying it is Superman or it's David dressed as Superman?
Yeah. Which one?
This has just gone completely off the rails by this point. You know, there is that great video when some of the kids were on set interacting with you, but it actually made me wonder, how do kids react around Lex?
We haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, we usually don't let them near you.
Yeah. My youngest just slapped my bald head continually when I turned up at home. Just went,
Not where I thought you were going with that.
sorry.
How long did the slapping last? Was it just the first day, or was it the duration of the ball?
It was
All day, every day.
whenever it noticed, it'd be like, oh look. Yeah.
Did you guys get in a few slaps over the course of?
I don't think I did get it. It didn't appeal to me particularly.
I have regrets about that.
Yeah, feels like a missed opportunity.
If we do
Bring in the Clippers.
if we get to make another movie, I'll invite you both over. And you take turns.
The line out the trailer door for the slap. You know, I'd imagine every day on a Superman set is different, but I'm sort of curious, at the end of the day, Rachel, whenever James would call cut, what was the difference between going home after a day spent with Clark versus going home after a day spent with Superman?
Well, to be honest, like, I wish I had a clever answer for this, but I haven't had enough coffee this morning. To be honest, I think one of the things I love about this movie is that to her, they are the same. You know, I think she's a little more irritated with Clark than Superman. Superman looks great in those trunks. But Clark, she's got some questions about Clark's journalistic integrity. And I had so many questions about David's integrity, talent, and skills after playing Clark. No, it was great.
This is all coming out
truly after every day we spent on set, we went home just feeling overjoyed, and you don't always get that feeling. Excited to come back for more.
You got to fly more with Superman than with Clark.
I only got to fly. Is this a spoiler? I only got to fly.
It's all, we're all just talking. I am sort of curious, the first day that you got to put on the suit for the camera test and everything, what is the biggest difference between what you thought it was going to be like and versus what it actually was?
I don't think it changed very much. Yeah, I mean, definitely there were some places where it got, you know, adjusted for fit, and we figured out some ways that it needed to function, that it couldn't function at that first camera test. Certain positions I needed to be able to hold, or fight moves I needed to be able to pull off. But no, once we got to the camera test, we sort of, I mean, the biggest decision was trunks or no trunks, and that was up until we tested both on camera. But I think at that point we kind of all knew, looking at it, that trunks were the way to go.
You know, there's the cliche junket question where we ask actors, oh, what lesson did you learn from another actor? And the answer tends to be, when it comes to the suit, the ability to pee.
Yeah, we tried the zipper. It wouldn't work. It's quite intricate, and it's all on a knife's edge, this suit stuff, about, you know, like, they don't have special zippers that like function different. It's just a zipper, and so
there's a market.
There's a market?
There's a market for the suit zippers. Someone's got to come up with that.
Right, yeah. So it is a lot of research and development. I mean, they custom stuff for the suit, but you know, a zipper's a zipper, and so it comes with trade-offs. And in the end, the trade-off visually of trying to hide a zipper in a key place was not worth. By the time we got good at it, Scotty, my dresser, and I could get out of the suit in about 3.5 minutes. Getting in took longer, but getting out was about 3.5 minutes. So the 3.5 minutes to go and pee, you know, some people take that long to, you know, just take their regular pants off.
I don't take my pants fully off to pee. I just unzip,
You just-
which is a
you
lot
just
quicker
go.
than 3.5 minutes. I'm willing to be timed.
Get up.
All right, I'm ready to go. I got my time. I got my time ready to go. We have seen in the history of comic book films villains do some evil things. We saw Thanos snap away half of humanity. We saw the Joker kill Robin in a film. But dude, you hurt a dog, which kind of puts you at the worst of the worst. Are you at all worried about people?
Depends if you like dogs.
Wow!
Joking. Oh, calm down.
Superman pro cat film is what we're saying.
It's a pro all animals film. You save a squirrel. What else do you save? You save a dog.
Several.
Any other animals? You try and save a kaiju.
Yeah.
Yeah, do what you do.
That's it.
Is that it?
So I'd love to know, obviously people are talking the fact that you auditioned for Superman, but I'm sort of curious what you
Baby,
learned
save a baby.
in your experience of figuring out who Superman was initially that helped you actually figure out Lex.
Well, there are two opposing forces, really, and complete ideologies and mindsets. So, and James had captured those perfectly in the script. So I don't know if there was anything beneficial in terms of when I did the screen test for Superman, I played him very evilly as well. Really cunning and horrible person. So I think that's what helped me with Lex, because I was like already ready to do that.
I kind of want to see that Superman.
Yeah, he was horrible.
Yeah, terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. One of the great things about Superman is sometimes seeing, because he is so human, seeing his reactions to things. Because while he is Superman, he has these very human reactions. I'd love to know, for each of your characters, what do you think their reaction will be the first time they see a guy dressed up as a bat?
Dressed up as a bat?
So Rachel, there's this other character in the
But
DC
like
universe.
do you mean like in the
I love
Batman
that
suit,
eyes
or
for
literally dressed up as a bat?
I'm going to say in the Batman suit.
Okay.
Ah,
As a bat, I prefer the reaction.
yeah, me too. Let's go
Like
with
a
bat.
fruit bat. Because they're quite
Little
big.
claws.
I'm like,
I mean,
What are
you
you
never
doing
know
here?
what direction James Gunn's
Yeah.
going to take the character, so maybe.
You're right. As a bat.
just, perform it live now. What's the reaction?
Yeah, give your reaction. You first.
Nothing. Just no reaction. That's my acting. Just nothing.
I think she'd be like,
Oh, really?
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
Little love triangle?
you never know.
Definitely excitement. I mean, I think Superman, as soon as I don't know whether he knows of Batman's existence at this point. That's a good point. We hadn't talked about that. But as soon as he finds out that there's a man who dresses as a bat protecting his city, it's like, I want to go check that guy out.
I think we had the same reaction. Do that one more time.
No, I never do a second take.
All right, I'm going to cut you guys loose on this. A big question to end on. I was wondering if you guys could imagine sitting in a movie theater and you're going to watch Superman. You're sitting next to Christopher Reeve. You're sitting next to Margot Kidder. You're sitting next to Gene Hackman. And when the movie's over, you can lean over and go, what did you think about how I did this? What is the aspect of your performances you'd love to get their thoughts on?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
would
dare.
just-
I don't think I want to hear Gene's opinion on that.
No, I feel like we'd just say thank you. I mean, yeah, that made me very emotional to think about.
You as well?
Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky enough to have people like that watching your movie, you just sit gratefully and silently.
Silently.
If they want to talk to you, then that's awesome, but you just sit gratefully and silently.
Well, that's how I feel, sitting gratefully, marginally in silence, but seriously.
Silence wouldn't work.
Guys, I really do appreciate it. I know you have to do a ton of these, so I really do appreciate your time.
Thank you
for
so
playing.
much.
very
Really
much.
appreciate you.